Hello there everybody, my name is Logan S, and welcome back to my Paris-only run-through of Pokémon FireRed. Now, we are finally at the Elite Four. As you can see, I literally have only just my Paris. I deposited all of my Meowth that I had with me, trying to pick up items and stuff. And now, we are into the final few tests of this run-through. Can I get through this without having to super over-level my Paris? So, up first is the Ice/Water type specialist, Lorelei. So, I decide this is my first attempt against her. I'd go in blind just to see how we're going to do, and we can actually tank an Ice Beam. I did not expect that. I was expecting even 11 levels higher than this Dugong. I was expecting us to go straight down, but we lived, and I'm going to see how well a Giga Drain does against this Dugong. Dugong, I think, is water and ice type, so I'm pretty sure, okay, it is going to be super effective, which is great news for us. And it does about half damage, so I'm really hoping that we are able to get a good roll on this second Giga Drain and take this thing down in 2 hits. That would be amazing. And of course, it lives on what is probably 1 HP, which is absolutely, Now, Lorelei is going to use a full restore here, so I probably should have just spored, but now we at least get to see how well Slash is going to do, since I have a feeling this first attempt is not going to go the best. Now, that Slash did almost nothing, but now we are basically guaranteed that 2 Giga Drains are going to take this thing down. Safeguard is going to go up, which is going to stop us from being able to put it to sleep, which I think is, ooh, that's not good. And if it would have Ice Beamed, it could have maybe taken us out if it would have got a high roll, but instead it's going to go straight for Hail. We are going to Giga Drain this thing down. Now, a crit might do it, but nope, just super effective. But we get all of our HP back. The Hail is going to chip away a little bit, but one more Giga Drain, and we'll get all of that back. But then, of course, it'll get chipped off again whenever, yep. Anyway. Ice Beam comes in, and now let's see if it can get a high damage roll. It does not, but unfortunately we are completely frozen solid, which is not ideal in a Pokemon battle because freeze can last basically indefinitely. I hate being frozen so much, and at this point I'm like, you know what, let's just have a mulligan on this and let's restart this battle. So our first attempt against Lorelei went about as I expected it to. Actually went a little bit better than I was expecting it to, but we are going to restart it and hopefully do a little bit better. I only had to do this fight a couple of times. I wasn't expecting it to be too difficult since we are a grass type. If you're wondering why I'm doing this playthrough of only using a Paris, it's because when I was a little kid, my very first friend that I ever made was because of Pokemon, and her name is Caitlin. I just thought of her a couple of months ago, and I was thinking about, you know, how can I do YouTube? And she popped in my head, and I was like, you know, I do have that memory of us being in first grade, and I was terrible at Pokemon, and she was teaching me some stuff, and we were in Mount Moon, and I randomly was like, oh, hey, I've never seen a Paris before, and she was like, we should capture it and name it Ace for some reason. I don't remember why she wanted to name it Ace, but that Paris stayed on my team, and several years later, I randomly found my copy of Pokémon Red and put it in, and just to look at where I was when I left off when I was a really little kid, and I had a Parasect that was named Ace. So, thank you, Caitlin, for inspiring me and inspiring this video and teaching me what I didn't know about Pokemon at the time, because let me tell you, I was learning how to read, so yeah. Anyway, back to the battle. This Dugong is proving tougher and tougher, taking up so much PP to try to take this thing down. And that is something that I wish I could go back to this battle, because I haven't finished the Elite Four as of recording, but if I could go back to this battle, I would just want to waste a little bit less PP, because, oh my gosh, only having the 4 elixirs total is going to be absolutely brutal. I wish I had not wasted those 2 I did much earlier in the run when I was in Lavender Town in the Ghost Tower, but oh well. Slowbro, we get to sleep, and I decide to go Hidden Power on this thing just because I know its defense is going to be bulky. And I'm pretty sure my hidden power goes for special attack. And I'm also pretty sure my hidden power is dragon type, which I cannot wait to confirm when I get to Lance in the next video, if I get to Lance in the next video, because literally nothing I've used this attack against has been super effective. So I have to think that it's dragon type. Slowbro goes down to a crit here, which we desperately needed, I think. So thank you, Slowbro, for going down. We are at full HP. Lorelei's next Pokemon is going to be the full Ice type Jinx. Now this is one I'm a little bit worried about because Ice can hit us kind of hard. Ice Punch is going to come in and oh my goodness, 3 HP. I'm pretty sure it is a damage roll because I had to do this fight several times. I've cut it down for your convenience, and I think there was a couple of times that Ice Punch finished me off. I don't remember if it was a crit the times it finished me off or not, but obviously I'm dead to a crit. I heal back up now that Jinx is asleep so that hopefully I can tank another hit if needed, and we are going to have to go back to Slash because this Jinx, I'm pretty sure that it is going to need to be hit with physical attacks. You know, thinking on it now, when I was a kid, I'm pretty sure I thought Jinx was an Ice Psychic type just because it used Psychic moves. And that's not the only Pokemon I've made that mistake with. Porygon is another one that I thought was a Psychic type. Until, honestly, much later in life. Like, I'm pretty sure I was an adult when I realized that Porygon was actually just a normal type that could use Psychic type attacks. Lapras is going to come in, hit us with super effective damage on that Ice Beam, but thankfully we lived and get this thing to sleep immediately. So now we are going to, I think, am I going to Giga Drain? I'm going to Giga Drain just to see how much HP we are able to recover, to see if I need to full heal myself, or not full heal myself, but Hyper Potion. And honestly, it didn't do as much damage as I was wanting, so it's going to be at least 2 more Giga Drains, and I have a feeling this thing might wake up in that amount of time, so we are going to Hyper Potion up just to make sure we are hopefully able to live, and thankfully it stays asleep instead of waking up. So now we are just going to be able to hit this thing a little bit more. Hopefully we don't get this Lapras down into full heal or even Hyper Potion, or whatever moves you would want to use. I decided to use Slash just to test it to see how well it's going to do, and Lapras does have a Citrus Berry, so that Slash basically is null and void, didn't do anything. I'm going to Slash it again just to get it back down there, and I'm pretty sure it's going to wake up because I think we were at the maximum number of turns, so I went for Spore just to try to put it back to sleep immediately. Lapras decided to try to confuse me, and it did, in fact, get the Confuse Ray on me. Thankfully, we do not hit ourselves in our confusion, and I'm able to put this thing right back to sleep, but there's nothing I can do about the confusion right now because there's no item to take away confusion, so I decided to see how Hidden Power would do. We break through and don't get hit with our own confusion, thank God. And now I am hoping that we are in range of getting Giga Drain to take down Lapras. That is unfortunately the last Giga Drain, and I'm going to have to use an Ether, which absolutely sucks. I did, before the Elite Four, run all the way back and get the 1 PP max that is in the entire game, which is absolutely ridiculous. But we are up to Cloyster now. We are still confused, but Cloyster protects, so Spore is not going to work, and now Lorelei decides to bring in the Hail to do some chip damage to us. We finally snap out of our confusion, and that was a lucky run. I don't think we hit ourselves in our confusion one time, which rarely happens. But Cloyster is now asleep. This is another water ice type, so I need to see how well Giga Drain's going to do, but unfortunately, I know that we have to use an Ether, or a Max Ether. We have 4 total that we can use. I really wish I had found, I can't remember, I think it's Lepa Berries, maybe, that also restore PP, but if I'm not mistaken, in Pokemon FireRed at least, they made those incredibly difficult to get. Like, I think you actually have to play with friends on a mini-game on one of the islands to even get it, so that just sucks. So, we are going to hit this thing with Giga Drain. Let's see how much damage we do. I'm hoping for a little over half. And it is way more than that. Oh my goodness. And that wasn't even a crit, I don't think. But she is definitely going to be full restoring here. I am almost certain of it. So, I decide to predict that. And I'm going to go ahead and use Spore to put it right back to sleep. And I was correct. She did have another full restore. So, good move there on my part. And what I should do here is hit this thing with probably Hidden Power, because it's going to have a very high defense. And then I should hit it with Giga Drain. Is that what I do? Let's find out. That is... I thought about it for a second, but I guess I'm trying to conserve PP, so I probably went with Slash just for that reason. And it does look like one Giga Drain should take this thing out. It's going to wake up and throw out spikes. Oh my god, thank you. Go ahead, throw out all the spikes, the toxic spikes you want. That is fine, because we have no other Pokemon to switch to, because we are doing a Paris-only run-through. So, Cloyster gets its energy all the way drained, and we... Was that Lorelei's last Pokemon? I don't remember. We go up to level 64. Get some more stats on us, and yes, that was Lorelei down. Now, I was a little worried about the ice part of it, but Bruno, I have very little concern about. I think it might take me a couple of attempts, but with the 2 Onix that he has, and honestly, us being, like, we can tank fighting hits pretty well, so Bruno, I'm thinking, should be easy, or at least not anywhere near as hard as Lorelei. So Onix is going to lead off. We lead off with Ace the Paris, and just going to immediately Giga Drain just to see what happens. Can we OHKO this Onix is what I'm hoping. And the Onix is, in fact, OHKO'd without a critical hit. That is always so nice when that happens. So up next, he's going to send in Hitmonchan. So this thing with its elemental punches might be... and his first move is Sky Uppercut, which at first I was like, oh no, because I thought Sky Uppercut was going to be, I forgot that it was a fighting type move instead of a flying type move. I mean, I don't know why I thought that, because I remember using it on Blaziken, and I absolutely loved the move Sky Uppercut, because it could hit Pokemon that were flying. That's probably where that mistake in my brain happened, but a couple of slashes, and this thing is really close to being down. And one more slash, he's not in range of the full heal, looks like, or the full restore, and we get an unnecessary crit to take down the Hitmonchan. So up next is going to be Machamp. I thought it was going to be Hitmonlee, but no. It's going to be Machamp. So another pure fighting type to deal with. Of course, go back to our tried and true method of using Spore to put this thing fast asleep. Coming up, we need to... I guess I'm going to go Hidden Power just because of the PP issues, even though I think Slash would be a little bit better. But oof, that does almost nothing, and oh my god, I think I'm in trouble here. Slash does do a little bit more, so Slash is going to need to be our go-to move, I think. It's starting to get into the yellow of PP, and we get a crit there, and it's going to wake up and use Scary Face on us to make us slower, which is not great, but... I'm really hoping he's not in the range. Oh, wait, he is in Citrus Berry range, it looks like. So I think we are now going to be safe from the, him Hyper Potioning or full restoring all the way up. Cross Chop does absolutely nothing. I put it back to sleep. At this point, I should probably be thinking about my HP and try to get it up a little bit, but I just decided to try to take this Machamp down. Hidden Power. Probably here what I'm doing is just, again, trying to conserve a little bit of HP and try not to get it down into the range of getting a full restore. And another Cross Chop takes us all the way down to 4. But we poison the Machamp with our ability. That is awesome. And that with that, I know that after the Hidden Power, it's going to be poisoned. And I'm hoping, yes, we take it down with 4 HP to go. Now that means we are going to have one course of action with this Hitmonlee coming in. There's nothing else for it but to Hyper Potion up and hope that we tank whatever hit this thing is getting ready to do. I know it doesn't have any fire type moves or anything like that. Brick Break comes in, and Brick Break is going to do okay. Not bad, not bad. I was expecting more, so we'll take that. Mega Kick comes in, and oh boy, that was so close. But our Spore effect goes in again, and we put the Hitmonlee to sleep, which was what we were trying to do anyway. So I guess good. If only I had misclicked a attacking move instead of Spore. But anyway, I decided to heal up since it's going to be asleep this turn, guaranteed, and get back into this. Let's hit Slash and see how much damage Slash is going to be able to do to Hitmonlee. I don't think Hitmonlee doesn't have the defense that Hitmonchan does. He's going to come in with a Mega Kick, which does a massive amount of damage, but look at that, our Spore effect again. That is absolutely critical. I promise I was not, resetting and trying for certain stuff going on there. That was just pure luck, but unfortunately he is in range of full restore, so I predict that and go straight to Spore to keep the Hitmonlee asleep. From here, I decide to try to get a little bit of HP back, and I'm just morbidly curious how much Giga Drain would do. So let's see if I can get enough back to justify using it, and I don't really think that's enough to justify using my PP on Giga Drain. So we're going to have to go back to the Hack and Slash, and we get a critical hit here to take it down. I didn't even expect a crit to take it down. Like, I was expecting the crit to take it down into the red at the very best, but we took it down, and with this, he's going to send in his Onix. A double edge attack is going to come in, and whew, I was a little bit of afraid because I hadn't seen a double edge attack yet on Paris, but we were able to tank it and get a bunch of HP back with that Giga Drain. Onix goes down. With that, we have defeated Bruno of the Elite Four. We are halfway through the Elite Four with just a Paris that's not really that over leveled. Now, I'm going to have to stop this video here because Agatha is a different beast. I am still trying to figure out how to get past Agatha. I have spent well over an hour, maybe an hour and a half, doing several attempts against her, but that will be my next video. If you want to see that, consider giving me a subscription. My name is Logan S, and I will see you in my next video where hopefully, maybe, we might be finishing this if I'm able to beat Agatha. So, until next time, have a great day.